Anyways, let's watch the Australian feet man apparently chopping off his hair. Doesn't he have really short hair though? Like, how's he gonna have like a fine point laser to take off like the 1 inch of hair he has?
Keep going. My hair is too long.
What the hell is this? Who? Bitch, that's an extension. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Can help me.
How do you, what?
I don't think hair
How did he end up with this?
which we've been using since the dawn of time, but they just don't work. So today, I'm going to see if I can turn
Where's
this
he going?
laser which can cut through steel into a hair cutting robot and hopefully take off my hair and my scalp.
Oh, I'm gonna turn up the volume. It sounds a little quiet.
Okay, the first thing I need to make is
That's what I do too in my spare time. Lay belly down, feet kicking up in my dirty ass garage. What the hell is that stain under his crotch area? Why is it red?
this letter addressed to your mother. Then once I sent that off, I need to figure out how to fix the main issue with using this laser. It kind of hurts your eyes, as I demonstrate with these pulses, which are actually the closest analog to human eyes. So I need to make something to protect my face. And I think I want to make a full metal face shield. But first, to do that, I need to get the laser up and running to cut the metal into the shape I want. So I bought this CNC gantry thing that is meant to be easy to put together. Then once I had done that, I took it apart again. Not because I put all the pieces upside down and it doesn't work, but because it was so much fun to make. Okay, now I need to attach the laser somehow.
Yeah. I have to redo like my model changes all the time because I really enjoy the process. And sometimes I do it so fast, I'm completely correct the first time that I'm like, damn, that was over too fast. I gotta do it again. Hi, Fate.
I just hold it on the end here. And would you believe that this pipe that I got out of my dead dad's shed perfectly fits the laser? Well, it doesn't.
Bruh.
I had to bore out the center on the lathe. And also, it's not even his pipe. His is over there.
He's alive? I feel so lied to.
Then I just welded not my dad's pipe to this square tube, which after I milled down screws into this bracket. Okay, at the moment the laser is operated by this trigger, but obviously I don't want to be pressing the trigger like this. So I'm going to use this clicky trigger thing.
I really like watching I Did a Thing videos, Todd, but sometimes they really give me extreme anxiety with how far he goes. I mean, it's good that he really believes in his own creations. God, I wish I had that kind of confidence in my own creations. But damn, putting a laser like that near your freaking brain is insane.
Really hard to find. I couldn't get it online, but lucky for me, my dearly departed friend Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, peace be upon him, gave me this.
What?
And then just soldered it onto these
Yeah, this music is going to be copyrighted too.
metal plates, which should work. Okay, now I'm going to give it a test with this random line that I drew. That was only on like 1% power, and it cut like a third of the way through my tape.
Nice.
And this is great, besides the crazy amount of smoke it produces. So I need to deal with that first, as it's going to be a lot worse when it's burning hair. Okay, I have this fan, which when I stole it from the marijuana grow house, had ducks strapped to either end.
Oh yeah,
but
I remember
never think
this.
ahead, and I cut them off, so I have to add them back on. So I got this empty pot plant and cut a hole in the bottom to avoid buying a $20 adapter duct, and then taped it on. And now I have this duct, which works perfectly.
Dude, duct tape fixes everything. It's perfect. Hi, Self. Yeah, he set himself on fire. I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet. I usually like to give him at least a week's time before I react to it. That means he didn't unlive himself. You don't know that. Maybe he lasted long enough to send the footage to his video editor and then he peaced out.
Okay, now let's cut out the face shield. I haven't really worked out how to focus the laser, and it kind of seems inconsistent. Sometimes it cuts nice thin lines, and then other times it does this. And the smoke on the lens probably doesn't help, but I also think it's because it has a very strict focus distance. Because when I take out the focusing lens, I can set my walls on fire from like 10 meters away.
Holy!
And can also pop this kid's ball from 20 meters away.
Girl.
And even better, shoot this passenger plane down from 200 meters away.
That's crazy.
So for now, I'm just going to take the lens out. And
Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad, anyone?
It's too stressful to use and it hurts my feet. So I just use the trusty grinder. And I don't know why I traced around these holes here, but I want to weld some metal over them. And here's a hot tip for you. Don't put your ventilator down on hot steel. Okay, next, I don't really want to lie underneath the laser cutter. I just want to sit normally on a chair and receive a haircut. So I need to tilt it vertically. So I destroyed my garage door rail by drilling into it, which did.
Is he still in a rental? This is his own house now, yeah? Oh, lordy.
Didn't even work. So I just attached it to my bench, but forgot that the motors aren't strong enough to move the cutting head when upright. Whoa, it moves. Oh my god.
That was scary.
Yep. So I attached the counterweight to my roof, which actually seems to work really well. Where are you going? Where are you going? I didn't tell her to do that. Okay, I'm getting closer to cutting my hair, but at the moment my hair is too close to my head, and the head...
At this point, just cut it yourself. At this point, just go bald. That probably saves you more trouble. Holy, why does he have closed-toed shoes on? I know he never wears shoes, not even socks. Forget about steel-toed boots. Dude doesn't even wash his feet.
Hairdressers get around.
Have you seen them? They're so crusted.
Technology called hands, which I have as well. But I don't want to cut them off. So I had the wild idea.
Why does he have crazy nails? They're very pretty.
Which in English translates to Vandergraph. And this big ball can produce upwards of 400,000 volts and produces some nice arcs. But more importantly, makes your hair stick up. And yes. With hair on it. So I got a big pipe, some bowls, anything else with hair on it. So I got a big pipe, some bowls from IKEA, and some nylon bar. And all of this would cost you around $50, and that's if you pay for it. And finally, your mum responded to my letter and sent me some of her used pantyhose.
What the fuck? You leave my mother alone. Ew! My mom doesn't use lipstick. That's not my mom. Not the dad!
Which is the last thing I need for this video. So I cut some holes and chucked in the rollers, then sewed the pantyhose around them.
Okay, you gotta explain this video idea to your homie, I understand. But how do you explain this to your dad? Father, I need you to be in the shot with me, blissfully sniffing this pantyhose that I got from mom. And by the way, I'll be doing it too alongside my brother / homie. Fellas, is it gay to sniff pantyhose with your homies together?
And then attempted to cut a hole in the bottom of the IKEA bowl.
Ow!
So after blinding myself with the laser, I just used the belt sander. Then I just made some copper brushes, which sit just below.
True, if his dad is like him,
then used this drill to spin it. Now I don't really understand how this works, but it's something like the positive energy comes out of the earth through these copper brushes and then go along the pantyhose and into the ball for some reason. But mine isn't working.
The pantyhose is the most important part, by the way.
It is really large and stretched out and is slipping to the edges. So I made a new nylon roller and tried that. And I tried for a couple of days.
What did he say?
To the edges. Large and stretched.
What did he say?
And I think it's because your mum's pantyhose is really large and stretched out.
I was gonna make a joke, but he already insulted my mom. Damn. Thank you so much, Ganzi. Thank you. Have a good night. Sleep well.
Out and is slipping to the edges. So I made a new nylon roller and tried that. And I tried for a couple of days, essentially changing every possible thing about the setup, like the brushes, roller, pantyhose, and even myself. Yeah, it's still not working. But it still didn't work. The biggest spark I got was no bigger than when you rub your feet on the carpet, which leaves me with one last thing to change,
you would know.
The ball on top. So I took this metal ball off the Vandergraph I already had and tried that.
Why would you have one just lying around? Oh!
And look at that, my homemade Vandergraph works amazingly. I get massive sparks, and most importantly, it makes hair do this creepy spider-like dance.
Nice.
And some of you may think that I just cut a slot in a PVC tube and then slipped it around the outside and then placed the store-bought Vandergraph in a cardboard box because I was embarrassed that I couldn't make one and wanted it to appear like I'm good at making things. But
There goes your question. Why would you build one if you already have one? There it is. The answer's there.
No, I didn't do that. Okay, I'm done. But before I cut my hair, I asked you guys.
Can anyone with long hair, one word, that needs a haircut, please send me a photo of yourself? I need to follow him on Twitter. I need to follow him on Twitter right now. I want to be a part of his next video. What if he's curious about like the feminine wiles, you know? I could help.
On Twitter and Instagram to send me photos of yourself if you need a haircut. And I picked this guy. Not because he really needs a haircut, but just because I've never seen someone this orange before. And I just really wanted you to stare at his face. Okay, I just put his head into the software and then drew where I want the laser to cut, and then gave it a test run. But before I set his head on fire, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Odoo.
Damn, orange. You leave his failed bleaching alone, okay? Bleaching hair is serious business. It is hard to do and it's expensive to do. Not everybody wants to sport the Sailor Moon look. Not everybody can pull it off like he can. Hi, Don.
Let's say you guys need to pay some stuntmen to set you on fire. You can invoice easily with Odoo. It only takes a few seconds to create your first invoice. Just put...
Is that how much it is for a wedding? Wedding cake is $355 for a cake? How many tiers would that be? Flowers is $800? 20% tax? What is this? Catering's $2,000, band is $1,000. I mean, do you really need a band? You just bring your speakers. Do you really need flowers? You can just get fake ones. GPP. Oh, you're right. Those taxes are crazy. I know weddings are very expensive, but not this expensive? Damn. All right, Sat, we're eloping, okay? We're eloping. I hope you're okay with that.
Create your first invoice. Just put the client's details, the products or services that the client has to pay for, and if needed, customer payment terms. The taxes are calculated automatically. Once I'm done, I can just send it to the client directly over email. Odoo simplifies tracking your finances and efficiently
planning ceremony. What the hell is a planning ceremony and why is it $3,000?
Manages your invoicing processes automatically. You can track
IKEA first, of course. IKEA first.
Or not paid. Odoo's invoicing application is a powerful tool.
Right? IKEA first, dinner first, we walk around first, we go to a movie first, then finger first, and then elope. All right, back to laser cutting.
First test with subscribers' hair.
Oh.
Did that cut? Yeah, there's no hair.
Oh. Oh no, oh no, no, something's melting. Oh no. Oh no, his subscriber is dead.
Okay.
It looks good, yeah.
Okay, a lot went wrong here. Mostly.
All right, it could be worse. Okay, it could be worse. At least he didn't overcut. I hate it when I hate it when the hairdressers, you tell them cut 1 inch and they cut 3 inches because they don't know what 1 inch looks like and they think it's longer than it looks. Hate that.
I just burnt his face off and destroyed my ventilation fan.
That's why it stopped working.
But even worse than that, the gases produced by the laser on the plastic hair smell really bad.
Of course.
So bad that I wouldn't be surprised if the gases were responsible for the deaths of 80% of people killed by chemical warfare in World War II, which it turns out they were. And I accidentally made chlorine gas and other deadly gases. So
what
that's
the
last
frick?
time I use any of your hair, which means I'm up. And while setting up the Vandergraph and face shield, I realized another problem. I'm going to be positively charged, and I have the metal face shield in front of me, which means I'm probably going to have arcs shooting out of my nose and shocking me while I have the laser passing centimeters away from my face.
Oh, why would you test it out?
So before I cut my hair, I'm going to try it first.
Looking.
With real hair extensions to see if the Vandergraph will make it stand up. And that works really well, and the laser is cutting the hair. But really weird stuff is happening as well. Bits of hair were flying across the room and sticking to me, flying in my mouth, and then sticking to the backstop, which is kind of annoying.
there. Let me look. I'm just looking. It's harmless.
That means I can't stop delaying it. I need to get in front of it. And luckily, I've got safety coordinator Alexa here to help me out.
Also, sorry to keep pausing. The heat, the amount of heat that is generated by the laser burning off your hair. It's not even cutting. It's charring the ends of your hair, which is going to be a bitch to condition and watch after. I don't imagine he's going to get very good Yelp reviews.
Oh, what the? It is like a flaming explosion right on this.
Yeah, it's sick.
Why would you
Oh my
put your
God.
face next to it?
Usually takes like 30 seconds. Tell me if you see anything moving.
You just look like you're enjoying your mullet.
That might make it go up. Is it moving? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
I feel like instead of like tiny pathetic little strands that are clipped to the back of his head, he should just like full send it into like a afro wig or something, because that'll give him more distance from the tip of his hair where the laser's cutting to his actual head, you know? This is a little too close to his actual skin.
I mean,
Oh, that was cool.
so the Vandergraph doesn't get my hair sticking up, probably because I'm surrounded by metal objects, which are sucking the positive charge out of my
That sucks.
head. So I'm just going to stick my hair in the vacuum duct.
So just click play, and then do you see a red dot behind me?
Yeah.
Just
Bitch,
tell
just
me
tape
where
it up
red
at that
dot
point.
goes. I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, you can't feel it. It's strafing your forehead. You call me downstairs to help you film this thing. I'm like, oh, don't worry, it'll be dangerous. Like, no. I've set up this whole mechanism.
But isn't the, does that mean my head is above the face shit? Do a test run with this.
Okay, just no laser.
No lace, don't have your finger on the bottom, just click play and tell me if it hits their hair and not my head.
Like, look, it's not the furthest point possible from your head.
How far away from my head is it? In centimeters.
I'd say it'd be about this far.
Oh.
That's too
Okay.
close.
So,
The
now what you need
goggles.
to do, so click stop and click home
Tad, how much would I have to pay you to put you through something like this?
on the front of the
God, I
laser.
don't think you can pay me enough. Right? This gives me so much anxiety.
Okay, yeah, come back.
$20, bitch. All right, look, I'm not game. $20, $20. But at least I have self-preservation instincts. No, $20 too cheap. You gotta value yourself more than that.
And then
At
Alexa,
least
if my hair
21.
catches on fire, tell me, let go of the button and I'll put it out.
Okay.
Plus tax. You have to remember the tax,
I'll do one
20%.
pass, and then I'll say I'm ready.
Yep.
Oh, I'm scared.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
wait,
Is it working?
wait.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait.
It was, but now it's not.
Oh no.
Let him cook?
No, you're fine, I'll tell you. It was only on fire for a little bit.
Damn, those are some thick hairs.
Your hair's on fire. It was alright.
The actual, I could feel the heat.
Ooh.
Wait, I think it's fine.
It's hot. It stinks. It's hot.
What if he has like third-degree burn on the back of his head?
You like fry a duck.
Wait, what?
You got a hole.
No.
Oh. It stinks worse than the wig.
Wait! Is that a bald spot or is that from the laser?
A hole?
You got a hole.
No.
Oh, man.
Wait, is it bad?
I think we just comb it over. If you just
It
like
does
a
actually
chunk.
hurt a little bit.
Wait, what?
I burnt the top.
Oh my god, did you see? All his hair is charred and coming off on his fingers. Holy shit, he burned a bald spot, yeah. He could have actually sustained a burn on his scalp permanently.
I burnt the top of my head.
Yeah, it hurts.
Ouch.
I mean, at least it wasn't the laser that hit me.
Exactly. It's science. It works. It cuts your actual hair. You got it. Look at that. It's a straight,
That's so
straight
sad.
cut. You just gotta.
But look at that up there.
Oh shit! It's
There
actually
we go.
quite. It's actually quite clean. It's more clean than I thought.
Yo, my laser machine works flawlessly. And if any of you want a haircut, just come over to my house.
Oh.
You'll have to ask your mum for my address, though.
Leave my freaking mother alone, damn it. She doesn't even wear pantyhoses. What's up? You guys want to go get some haircuts?